My name is Caleb Cox. I'm from Miami, Oklahoma, born and raised here. I started becoming more aware of my heritage when I was probably hit my teenage years. I always grew up knowing that my family had those real tight family values and customs that come with being Cherokee. But I didn't start realizing it till I was in my teenage years and I started working, going to school, and kind of I don't know, viewing life in a more mature way, seeing the way other families functioned, and having friends that were part of those families. And I was about 13, 14 years old when I started realizing that it's something special to be Cherokee, and to know that no matter where I go with my education and moving off, that I can always come home, and that's a part of my family. So a lot of the values that being Cherokee represents, with how our history is important to us, our culture, our family, and our relations. I didn't really realize that my family does represent that as I was growing up, but having friends that don't come from those type of homes kind of made me realize that I'm very blessed to have those traditions and customs in my own home.
While attending NEO A&M in Miami, Caleb was a full-time student and worked full-time as a cultural activities assistant, helping students from the area's 10 tribes with scholarships, academics, and just answering common questions.
And the stomp dance that we had following all those activities was a huge success. So thank you to all the students.
I was just a model student employee. I've in my 12 years working in higher education, haven't had a better student employee. He functions at the level of a professional staff member. Really, I can entrust him with anything. He's extremely service-oriented. I've seen him go way out of his way to give students rides whose car broke down. He facilitates the study sessions. He puts together agendas for meetings with students. He excels in everything he does, but he's very humble about his accomplishments, and really tries to make everyone feel welcome here in the center.
Caleb keeps his heritage going through his family and activities on campus.
I had a lot of time where I could go and kind of be a part of events, whether it be like going to a stomp dance or a powwow or stuff like that. And I'm real thankful for those. But growing older, I think I've made it, or I've wanted to make it a real goal to make sure that I am culturally adapting. Like not that I haven't been in the culture, but to really understand my culture. I think so many people have that, or they're a Cherokee and stuff, but it's so important to show like the next generation and kids my age that there's a lot more to that, and knowing what it means to be Cherokee, and having a pride in that. A lot of those traditions and stuff, I hope that I just exemplify those through everything I do.
During his time at NEO, Caleb sang for the NEO Concert Choir, was chosen one of the top 10 freshmen, emceed the 2015 Miss Indian NEO pageant, and was homecoming king for the Native American Student Association.
Well, I believe that Caleb is a genuinely friendly, kind individual who is very giving of his time. He's very thoughtful and thankful for the opportunities that he's been given, and he's also very willing to help anybody out at any time.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you all?
Thanks so much.
Caleb also helped gather donations at Christmas and conducted the NASA meetings on campus.
There's a lot of different aspects of my tribe and being Cherokee that I really am blessed to realize and be a part of. But one thing is, and another reason, I'm going into the medical field, and so that's one thing that's just been on my heart, and I feel like I've been called to do in a sense. I love kids. I knew that was my calling, was to go into the medical field and help, and in particular help children and go into pediatrics. So with tying that back to the tribe, being part of the tribe and helping in that healthcare field, whether it's being allowing for more availability with doctors, and making it where students or people can get in quicker to be seen, just any of those things. That's my goal with my career and occupation, that I can come back after my academic endeavors and really contribute to my tribe in that sense. Like grandparents and things of that, I think it just because they're more of the elders in our family. I've always looked up to them in the sense of wisdom, and knowing that a lot of traditions are passed down, like I've said, through generations. Just looking for them for wisdom, and them being around and being in those customs and traditions, I get a lot from that, and I really take any chance I can to sit down with an elder and talk about what they've went through and their family and their history, and I think it's a real important aspect of being Cherokee and understanding where we come from.
You're welcome. Caleb does have some time to relax and hang out with friends, work out, and ride his bike.
Being a Cherokee citizen, it means pride to me. It means understanding not only where we come from, but where we're going. And with understanding where we come from, knowing what our ancestors went through. This past summer, I had the chance of a lifetime and privilege to go on the Remember the Removal bike ride with the Cherokee Nation, where there's 12 of us from the Cherokee Nation that were able to go and ride from New Echota, Georgia, back to Tahlequah. And over that about 3-week period, I mean, I was really changed as a person, and it really instilled in me more of a pride in who I come from and my ancestors. And I think just knowing that all this is one generation from being lost, and we have to realize that we have to give the younger generation and the children that come after us this same knowledge and what it means to be a Cherokee, how we have endured and persevered. And I just think that being Cherokee and having a understanding of what it means and where we came from and where we're going as a tribe is extremely important. And I think that's why I'm so prideful about where I come from, and I want to have that opportunity to share it with anybody I come into contact with. It's a good time to reflect and just kind of appreciate everything, and just, I don't know, taking life one day at a time, and realizing I'm blessed in every sense that I'm able to learn about my tribe and continue to grow as an individual, and not let these things pass me by.
Caleb graduated from NEO in December and will be transferring to University Liberty in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Been exemplary in class. I mean, just as a young man, he's top of the heap. You know, you just couldn't ask for anybody that was any better as far as, you know, his morals and his ideals and the way he tries to live his life. So he's just a very, very high-class young man.
Getting more doctors in, and especially of Cherokee descent, and knowing that we have people that of our own tribe that can contribute to the next generation and taking care of them. And I'm a biomedical science major, and what that is it's a pre-med degree. And my goal is to go into pediatrics and to actually help children. And my all-time goal would be to go and move off and kind of experience a different part of the country, but come back and remember those roots. And I'd love to come back and work for one of the Indian hospitals in Tahlequah, or work with the Cherokee Nation and with the kiddos there. Like I said, I feel called to be in that healthcare field and contribute to the next generations in that sense. But I think there's numerous things that can, but that is just one thing that I have felt like I've been called to do.